What up? What up? It's your boy JB coming right back at you, man. Welcome back to the channel. ESPN really hates Caitlin Clark. ESPN really hates Caitlin Clark. Guys, I don't know if you guys saw game one against the Connecticut Sun in the playoffs for the WNBA. I know a lot of people were probably watching their NFL games and that kind of thing. But I decided to turn away. Y'all know I'm down here in Tampa. I was watching the Bucks game, but I decided to turn away and put on the Connecticut Sun and the Fever game, because by that time the Bucks were already down. And so I said, let me see what's happening with this Caitlin Clark game. And let's be honest, Caitlin Clark didn't have her best game. Really didn't shoot well from the three. Didn't look like they were really ready for a playoff game or a playoff atmosphere. But that's beside the point, right? We've seen the Fever do this all season. But I had to jump on here because anybody who watched that game, there was a point where the commentators, one of the female commentators, I'm not even going to say her name, but everybody who watched the game going to know exactly what I'm talking about. This commentator had the nerve to say that, sure, you can look around this arena and see all of the people who are cheering every time Indiana makes a bucket. They're clearly here because of Caitlin Clark. And I just want to make something clear. These people come for Caitlin Clark, but they're staying for all of the rest of the great basketball players and the rest of the great basketball that they're seeing in the W. And at first I said, what is she smoking? So I took my DVR and I rewinded it to make sure I heard what this lady actually said. She said they're coming because of Caitlin Clark. They're staying because of the rest of the great basketball players and the great basketball we see in the W. And I said, ESPN is letting everybody know that they do not want to give Caitlin Clark credit. There was more Indiana Fever fans in that building than there were Connecticut Sun fans in that building. And ESPN still at this time does not want to give Caitlin Clark her props. And this is why on my previous video, Caitlin Clark needs her own media team. Caitlin Clark needs to start recognizing that nobody is going to give anything to her. And guys, as much as I don't want to say it's race, I can't put my hand on anything else on why they don't want to give this girl props. I can see it on my TV screen, all the Iowa jerseys and the Indiana Fever jerseys. They're not coming early to watch any other player warm up. They're not coming early to get Dejanay Carrington's autograph before the game. They're not coming to get anybody else's autograph. They're not coming to see anybody else warm up, guys. At some point, Caitlin Clark gonna have to recognize that if she doesn't put her own media team in place, she's never gonna get the credit being in this league. Because they're going to always try to say it's about everybody else. And I don't know about y'all, but every game I go to ESPN and I look in the box score. Because at the bottom of the box score, you can see how many people showed up to the arenas. And I know what I see when it's a Caitlin Clark game. And I know what I see when it's not a Caitlin Clark game. And guys, ESPN wants you to believe that people are appreciating everything else that's happening in the WNBA. If Caitlin Clark loses in this first round, and you're competing with NFL football and college football now, nobody's watching. Absolutely nobody is watching. But ESPN made it painfully clear, do not water down what Caitlin Clark has brought to the WNBA. The only reason the WNBA is relevant, there's a reason why you got her at the 3 o'clock game, and A'ja Wilson is at the 10 o'clock game. Because as good as A'ja Wilson is, she don't drive ratings. And I can guarantee you that 100% of the people, or even 50% of the people who watched the 3 o'clock game did not stay up to watch the A'ja Wilson game. Why? We were busy watching Kansas City play Atlanta. I can tell y'all like this, man. That Phoenix game didn't have the same viewership. Just watch when the ratings come out. And if ESPN is going to hate on Caitlin Clark, while they have the media rights, Caitlin Clark will never win the MVP. Caitlin Clark will never get the appreciation she deserves, as long as this media is going to be responsible for giving her the prop she deserves. So yeah, man, it's pretty bad. And this is what people are going to hear over this next series with the Connecticut Sun. It's going to be a lot of disappointed Caitlin Clark fans. And part of me starting to realize when she got fouled by Dejanay Carter, when they hit her in the eye, game changed right then. And when the refs didn't call it, I said they're back to doing the same thing they were doing. But when Caitlin Clark hits her, there's a foul. When Caitlin Clark shoves her in the back, it's a foul. You got to call it both ways, guys, man. Y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about ESPN. Absolutely hating Caitlin Clark, man. Is Jeff crazy or is Jeff on to something, man? If you hadn't already, mash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications. And until next time, we go holler.